What's up guys, Ryan Landscapes here. So I'm bringing this video early because I've finally hit 100 subscribers and I can't thank you enough. All of you people, you know who you are, you've stuck with me from the start, you've commented on the same, on the same videos, but on all of my videos, liked all of my videos, and you've been showing me a lot of support throughout the whole thing, and I can't thank you enough. I'm bringing this video a little bit early today, like I say, because I now need to upload the live feeding videos as I've mentioned previously. I also need to record a little bit more footage on that and add it to my edits. But other than that, I'm going to get straight to the video. I've got some exciting things today, as you can probably see in the title. But other than that, I'll get straight to it. Can't thank you guys enough. Peace and love from Ryan Landscapes. I'm out. Came home today. I actually noticed there was loads of activity. So literally just got home, turned the lights on, eating plenty of mealworms. I then started looking around here. As you can see, there's plenty around the sugar as well. But generally you just look around and you can see them mooching around, having a little chill in certain spots with the rest of them. Some are normally carrying brood or workers. And you look sort of a little bit further out and then you can see them on the glass when you zoom in. Yeah, they're always out, active, doing their own little things. You see one on the glass there, I don't know if you can, there. But it's hard to focus in on this. But anyway, you see there's plenty sort of activity. You know, as you go along the bottom here, you just keep going, you see more mooching around. Again, within these plants or this section of the plants, and you move a bit further up and you see them always climbing the ivies. But really active colony this. And I actually like sort of how much activity there is within this because, you know, I mean, there's nothing worse than having a colony and just never seeing them because they're sort of underground a lot of the time. But yeah, I've noticed with these, they're really active. They're always around, scouting around, on the hunt for certain things. And you can see it when you're there. If you sort of focus in on certain points, you can see them just moving around. And then here, loads of sugar. If you're wondering, that's just a little bit of pineapple. That was actually, a lot of that's gone from today. I've been leaving that out for the isopods, just in hope that I'll see them during the night or if I'm recording or anything like that. But yeah, you look over here, you've got, you know, that worker there just went at that bush. That one there is carrying some smaller brood. But everything's looking awesome. Everything's looking really good. I'm going to give it a little bit of a water down soon. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Now I was just filming along here. I couldn't actually see what it was at the time. I just saw its shadow, but there's a random ladybug in here. I don't know how it got in. It got in and yeah, it's just mooching around. So I'm not too sure. Yeah, so I assume it'll probably just fly out. But we got a visit from a ladybug. It's kind of cool. I hope it's okay, man. I hope it didn't get attacked or anything like that, but it looks pretty happy. But yeah, I've got a ladybug in here. Let me know if that's good or bad for these. I don't think it actually harms them at all. I know it more eats aphids, things like that, but just let me know. It looks really funky, really pretty. And yeah, so we've got a ladybug. Let's see how long she stays for. More brood being carried around here, as you can see there. She must be taking that to a satellite nest or something along those lines. Wonder what they just said to each other. They did have a small lapse of communication. They engaged. You got this. I don't want to help her to wherever she's going, but I don't know where she's taking the egg. I think this is my cue to stop filming. I think she got a bit nervous for seeing me there. But she'll probably go under this moss. Normally they'll go under the moss where the nesting is and then go underneath. And yes, I actually did end up placing a small amount on the top. I didn't push it down. I said I wasn't going to, but I did end up just placing a small amount on. I didn't actually push it though, because I was worried about obviously below the nesting here. The nests, the tunnels were fine, and while I was doing it, I made sure of that. So, yeah, but I think they appreciate it, to be honest. Put a little bit more over here in this corner, but what I did there is I put like live moss and some sphagnum moss, so it stays moist, and put some more moss on top of that, so that keeps the moisture in. It's really, move that there, it's just causing reflections. But yeah, as you can see. Now, I didn't push that down, hence why it's so elevated, but what will happen over time is it will sink as I'm watering it, and then, you know, it'll end up absolutely fine to the eye. This one here, nice big bush growing, looks great. All of this, now that is touching the top, very risky, because look how close it is getting to that lid or barrier. So I do need to cut all of this down now. It's got to that stage where it needs cutting. That filter does need cleaning as well. But this all needs to be trimmed back. I'm keeping this one despite the look of it. It's not the nicest looking plant, but I do need to chop it back because it's just taken off and actually too much. But I'm going to keep it in. I'll cut it just about there, just above the node. And then I'll sort of dispose of it or keep it in my tub ready for when it's more dry to add back in as leaf litter. But all of this is getting cut. Even the Fittonia is going to get a trim. This one here, massive trim is needed. And to be honest, this plant here, I don't think it likes the, I think this is actually one of the Venus flytrap and this one, the only plants that haven't took. To me, it doesn't look very happy. Some yellowing on the leaves, it's producing new ones, but again, they don't look the happiest. I know that the Venus flytrap died over here, and perhaps that's why, because that's, you know, they're both rooting around there, but I've noticed the ants nest there, so that could be why. These are all doing awesome. This Fittonia needs cutting, but they're so vibrant now. Really happy with these. The next day, and it's still here, so it's been here a couple of days now. Obviously, it can just fly out, as you know, that lid's open with that barrier around it here. So it could just fly out if it wanted to, but it's choosing to stay. That's good. And then in my isopod terrarium, I've got some melon aphids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into the ant tank or the ant formicarium, and then watch them start herding them and farming them. So what I've done, I've got them in this sort of old glass sort of holder here. Now I'm just going to get them and place them into here. I'm going to place them around here for now, just around there. And reason being is because they're right next to this alligator weed. Now they're actually clinging onto an alligator weed, and I have that one there, as you can see, it's sort of flopped over. I've just sprayed it down. So I'm going to put all them sort of cuttings right next to that alligator weed, and then in the hope that they go up. Now, as you've seen, I've actually got that ladybird. So, ladybird, ladybug, ladybug, ladybird, American English, depends which one you are. But I've got that there, and obviously it will eat some of those too, so there's nice balance. As well as the ants farming them, there's then a ladybug to eat them. I can imagine the ants will protect them, but it'll be kind of cool to see them battle it out, that type of thing. But I'm going to put them all in now anyway. Now what I've done, I've placed it down, just placed them here amongst these other alligator weeds, that type of thing. Hoping that they do start to move up and over, reproducing on these ones. And then I've got a few just behind this alligator plant, just around here, where they will start to latch onto the other plants as well. So I've tipped them all in now. We'll sort of have an update on this and see what happens in, you know, a few days. See if we can start to see that population increase. But even when you're looking, I'm kind of hoping to see them go over to them and start taking some honeydew from them. So one's just moving there. Now, I think that's a green fly, or I think it's melon aphids these. I'm also kind of wanting the ladybug to see these. So some of that sugar fell down and they're all just piling in there, having a feast. I put some pineapple in as well. Now these flightless fruit flies are obviously loving it, and kind of glad they added it, to be honest, for these, so they could keep reproducing in here. Every now and then you just look in and you see, you know, the ants taking some away. Now that's a fruit gnat, so they're the ones I don't want. But those wingless fruit, flightless fruit flies are awesome. Been keeping them in, but yeah, they're loving this. I should put the pineapple in for the ants, but they just love this a lot more. Wish I'd caught it sooner, but I just sprayed it down. As you can see, there was literally hundreds of them around the mealworms. All of a sudden, they all just started sprinting back in these tunnels. Look at them, the panic. I'm not too sure why. Obviously, they must go down to make sure the rest of the colony is okay. But yeah, there was sort of some mad, crazy rush back. They all panicked. But just need to wipe the glass down now. guys, I've got 2 new tanks on the way, and I actually have 4, 2 decent sized ones, 90 litres, which I'm going to put another set of, another colony in. The other one is going to be for that musk turtle. I also have 2 30 centimetre cube aquariums arriving, and I'm going to have 2 colonies in either of those, and they're going to be raised from, like say about a queen to 10-20 workers in a test tube, and then I'll put those into the 30 by 30s. Obviously, they aren't big enough as a permanent home, so I am going to have to start to think about how I'll move them out, etc., how I'm going to build it. I want to build it so I can make it seamless putting them into the new setup. I don't want to disturb them too much, so that's what I'll be doing. But as always from me, guys, from Rhino Landscapes, peace and love, I'm out.